Hello and welcome to the Sagittarius Full Moon Reading. Well, if you're feeling drawn to any of these cards, that means there's a message here for you. This is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. Yes, and this is pile number 3. So pile number 1 has a Lemurian quartz crystal on top of this. If you feel drawn to crystals, and if you feel drawn to this crystal in particular, then I would recommend checking out pile number 1. Ooh, it even has a really beautiful rainbow in there. Let's see. Can you see the rainbow? Let me know. Pile number 2 has a tiger's eye. Yes, pile number 3 is trying to escape. Maybe pile number 3 is trying to escape. All right, if you feel drawn to tiger's eye, do check out pile number 2. And pile number 3 has this beautiful check mark shaped or hook shaped, let's see, there you are, amethyst. Amethyst is very much about the crown chakra. Now, here's a fun fact about all 3 of these stones. They're all in the quartz family. This is about clarity. So pick your piles. I'm going to start and move on to pile number 1. Okay, pile number 1. If you selected this pile, this is your reading. First, a little note about Lemurian quartz. Lemurian quartz is very much about clarity and connecting to higher powers, especially in Lemuria. Think about ancient wisdom and connecting to societies who had developed their wisdom and developed not just their wisdom, but alternate technologies, okay? Working with Lemurian quartz is an excellent way to tap into your crown chakra, your clarity, and working with the protection of your divine self. So, do look up Lemurian quartz if you feel drawn to this gorgeous quartz pyramid, and let's see what the cards have to say. So, we have here the 2 of Cups in reverse, the 4 of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Fascinating. Okay, I also want to point out there is a full moon on this card. Do you see that? So, I'm reading in the direction of me. So, typically, the 2 of Cups, let me just turn it upright for a minute. The 2 of Cups is a card of divine connection. You see this little being right here? Let me bring it closer to the camera. There's a little fairy creature that is sort of blessing this union. Typically, the 2 of Cups talks about a divine connection of someone who's a counterpart. This can be romantic. This can be a friendship. This can even be a partnership in business. 2 of Cups is simply about 2 people working cohesively together, 2 people who connect on multiple levels, especially on the emotional level, 2 people who essentially speak the same language. So when I see the 2 of Cups in reverse, that is telling me that what was once a cohesive union is something that is now challenged. It is something that is now potentially falling apart, and it's something that is probably out of alignment. I always pay attention to cards that are in reverse because they are making sure they stand out. And I mention that because when I shuffle my cards, they're all in the same upright position. So if a card is placed in reverse, that's because it asked me to show up this way. Yes. So automatically, I'm thinking this is about a very special relationship that is strained. There is tension. There is disharmony right now. And here's the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups is very much about apathy, sort of ignoring the options around us because we're so focused on what once was, okay? But in this case, I'm seeing something a little different. Do you see there's 3 empty cups back here? Oh, actually, the glare is it's a bit much. Okay, there we go. Hi, yes. Okay, so behind her are these 3 empty cups. She's ignoring those, and she's actually looking at this cup that is blooming and flowering. So I would say this 4 of Cups is actually saying the opposite, where if you let the stuff that is empty stay in the past, then you can bring your attention and your focus to what is blooming, to what is blossoming. And look, this cup has a beautiful lotus within it, you know? These 2 cups, these people are pouring into each other, and the lotuses are on the lily pads. Here, the lotus is within the cup itself and on the lily pads. So let empty cups stay empty. Do not try and fill them. Let that stuff stay in the past, because you will starve if you try and drink from them. There's a drought here. That's actually a beautiful 4 of Cups. And then we have here the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is always talking about your boundaries. The Queen of Swords is an excellent boundary keeper. She communicates clearly. She knows how to wield her words, and she knows how to protect herself. So when in doubt, Queen of Swords is always an excellent queen to call upon when you feel like, hey, I need some assistance in bringing clarity to whatever relationship I'm in. And again, any relationship you are in could be romantic, friendship, business, or even family. Relationships are simply the bonds that we build with other people, okay? Also note, this Queen of Wands is literally in armor. So she is protected. She's surrounded by all of these butterflies. These butterflies are communicating with her. She could be whispering messages to them. And they're also going out, spreading the word. They are her messengers. Queen of Swords is also ruling the air element. She has her own wings here. Do you see that? She has her own wings. She has her own armor. And she has this glistening sword ready to be held up and used. Now, she doesn't intend to use her sword recklessly. That's not how one becomes queen. No, no, no. She knows how to wield her sword, because when we wield our blade, we know there are going to be consequences for anyone who encounters that blade. So before she uses this, she uses her form of communication. And that's what you are also encouraged to do. Use your communication to really pour into this cup that is blooming for you when it comes to whatever this relationship may be. Let's get a clarity card for this, shall we? We shall. Okay, here we go. Clarity, please. Clarity. Clarity on the 2 of Cups reversed. Oh, who is that? Ooh, we got a couple here. What's happening? Hold on. I know I'm shuffling off camera. That's because a bunch of cards just dropped, and that's actually too many cards. Okay, we're gonna shuffle that again because I need clarity. Hello, if I could just have, let's do it on camera. If I could have, ooh, okay. Ooh, look at this. You got 4 more cards. What do they want us to know? 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, just under the 4 of Cups. That's interesting. The Unknown card and the High Priestess. Okay. 2 things I want to talk about. 1, she's holding what looks like a full moon. That's really funny because this is for the 2nd full moon in May. And it's the Unknown card. Literally, the message here is there is something that I am not meant to tell you, so it literally cannot come through. It literally cannot come through. And second of all, the Priestess, the High Priestess, is championing that. She's saying this is not a message for you to receive through a card reading on the internet. This is a message that you must intuit. The High Priestess is about going within. The High Priestess says you have the answers. You already know what is being talked about. And if you are thinking to yourself, no, I really don't, then the message is inviting you to sit with yourself, to be quiet with yourself. especially if you fight that. If you are a person who feels like I cannot be alone with my thoughts because my thoughts just keep chattering nonstop, that's extra important because that is what's talking to you. And the chatter is typically the first layer that we have to get through to go deeper. Are you a person who's willing to go deep within themselves? If the answer is yes, you will find the answers will come up quickly. If you say, no, I am not a person, then you are encouraged to meet that part of yourself, because there is a part of yourself that has the messages for you, but it must come from you, not from me. The Unknown card and the High Priestess card. Anyone who's a tarot reader is laughing about this because it's literally a I can't tell you. You have to discover this for yourself. Also, look at this High Priestess's scepter. It looks like another full moon. These 3 cards. This could be something that's going to happen over the next 3 moon cycles. Take that into consideration. But if it doesn't make sense, toss it away. Don't feel committed to anything you don't resonate with. It could be that it's something that's from the last 3 months. So that would be April, May, and what's the month before April? March, April, May. What has happened from March till now that has helped or hindered this connection? And then I also want to draw attention to, we have these butterflies here. Butterflies are so much about transformation. Literally, butterflies start out as the grounded caterpillar, which wake up in a cocoon. They are hungry. That's why we have the story called The Hungry Caterpillar. The caterpillar must eat and feed and nourish because it's about to go through a transformation that is tremendous. It builds another cocoon, which means it must be sealed away. It must be sealed away from whatever no longer serves it. And it dissolves. Your former self is in the process of dissolving so that the transformative you can be born. And it's a beautiful concept, but it's not without its struggles. And it's important to recognize that. So much of spirituality is the love and the light, but there is grit and there is depth and there is the willingness to face shadows and to face fears for those bold enough to follow through. It does take courage. It does take tenacity. These cards are showing up to help you with that because it's coming. It's literally coming. This 4 of Swords is showing a maiden in the snow. There we go, back on camera. A maiden in the snow. She's cold, she's resting. 4 of Swords is about letting something rest. Okay, let them lie. Ooh, let them lie. Has someone lied to you, perhaps? Someone that you trusted? Is there a reason that you know of? Or do you have to discover the reason and seek repair? And I say seek repair because while this person is laying in the snow and it looks like blood, but really they're rose petals. The rose is a beautiful flower that protects itself with the thorn. Only those who are willing to brave the thorns are able to enjoy the beauty of the rose, not just visually, but the scent of it as well. So, 7 of Pentacles. As you can see, we're back in this beautiful earthy green time. Now, we are out of Taurus. We're in Gemini. Gemini is an air sign. So the fact that all of these airy cards are coming through is really beautiful. The 7 of Pentacles is an earthy sign. This is about our harvest. So what is it that you've been working on? I'm very curious to know. Here she sits with her basket, and let me just bring it a little closer to the camera. Her basket is filled with grapes and perhaps with pears, and these are fruits of abundance and luscious flavors, and they take their time. Grapes take years to fruit on the vine, okay? Years. Pentacles tells me this is something you have been working on for years. This is earth energy. This is money. This is finances. This is your physical body as well. All of that is tied into earth energy. It's literally our physical self, our bones, the bones of our foundation, the foundation of our homes. Our body is our home, yes, and the place where we rest is our home. So you see, she's resting at the base of this tree. She's not sleeping on her treasures, but she is checking in on the harvest to see when they will be ready to pluck. So this is telling me, 1, you are encouraged for this full moon to sit with yourself, to sit with your energy, your emotions, and to see what comes up. And if you can do that without judgment, even better. Look at it like a light show. If an uncomfortable emotion comes up, acknowledge it. Say, hello, uncomfortable emotion, I see you. Because even acknowledging it changes how you experience it. And remember, the unknown card is here to say that you have to do this discovery yourself. It has to come from you. It just has to. There's also a black bird here. It could be a raven. It could be a crow. Black birds are very much tied to the mystery, to the darkness, to the occult. And remember, the occult is often mislabeled. So it could be things that you've disowned about yourself. It could be things that other people shamed about you, but are not actually shameful. They could be your strengths. They could be the things that you have failed to communicate because you have decided, oh, I can't tell a person that. Or, oh, I'm not close enough to that person to share this honest thought with them. But can you share it with yourself? Can you? The beacons are lit, my friend. The beacons are lit. So go within. Full moon, full moon, full moon. Although she does have a crescent moon up here, if you look at that. And that is a waxing crescent moon. So from the time of the full moon to the next waxing crescent moon is going to be just over 2 weeks' time. So I would say spend the next 2 weeks doing this practice. Okay? Whatever you're feeling apathetic about, let it rest. And safeguard and keep whatever it is you've been working on for years. Keep it sacred because it is sacred to you. Okay, so I just want to make sure you can see all of these cards. All right, these go together. Yes. These two go together. Yes. And these two go together. All right, so this is, wait for it. There we go. Got it. Okay. This is your reading. I'm going to do one more thing. I am going to pull from the Spirit Animal Oracle. Yes. Also, I love the dragonfly is the actual cover for this. I dreamt of dragonflies last night, and dragonflies also have to do with transformation energy. There's also a dragonfly right here. Where is it? Oh yeah, right there. Do you see it? A little dragonfly. So there's dragonfly energy here for sure. So let's see. Knock on it. Hello. Can I please get a message for my pile 1? Ooh, these are big cards. Big cards. I'm shuffling off camera. Oh, okay. Hold on. Who do we have here? Ah, the humpback whale. Singer. Okay. Look at the beauty of this. Look at all of those blues, the ceruleans, the pale auroric greens, and the whites here. Oh, do you see there's another full moon here? The full moon energy in this pile 1 reading is so strong. I love it. So it says, humpback whale, singer, sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. There's also another write-up within the book itself, so I'm going to continue that. This is, it's in alphabetical order. They're not numbered. To the H, Dun 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 dun. Take me to the humpback whale. Here we go. Here we are. And I will also leave this here if you would like to pause it and read for yourself. There we go. Humpback whales are the record keepers of the world. Whale people can connect to this ancient knowledge, but often do not understand where their knowing comes from. Humpbacks are the peaceful bards of the sea. The males sing long, complex ballads to court the female. They often sing in unison. Their soulful songs are frequencies that release tension and heal the ocean with love. Humpback is a great totem for the musician and the composer. Singing is a powerful act that links us to our eternal soul. Music unlocks hidden joy, inner knowing, and healing. Humpbacks travel long distances using sonar to find their way. Sonar can travel hundreds of miles and is like asking a question and then waiting patiently for the answer to come back to you. Humpback mothers carefully tend their newborns. They gently push them to the surface to breathe and teach them the way to live. If humpback is your totem, you have strong protective forces around you. Your telepathy and knowing are strong. You will navigate the vast ocean of life with grace and sure success. Call upon humpback to teach you to unlock your many gifts and help you remember your history and place in the world. So up here, you've got peaceful, gentle giant, love, singer, teacher, record keeper, power of breath, protection, strength, traveler, telepathy, and tireless. I really want to focus right here on power of breath, record keeper, and teacher. Because the humpback whale is a mammal. It must surface to breathe, but it lives in the ocean and it goes down into the depths. And these two cards right here are making the same demand of you, that you go down into the depths to find the answer and then let that answer break the surface, break through. Water always represents emotion. And remember, our physical selves, we are made of water. We are water beings. We are born from water, from the gestational waters of the womb. So go back into your watery self, especially during this blue moon energy, and come back up with answers. Bring it up into the light. Thank you, pile number 1. This has been your reading. I'm now going to move on to pile number 2. Okay. Hoo-wee. Wow. Hello there, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. I'm sure you can hear me shuffling cards just off camera. Yes, I'm always amazed how much space is actually available for filming these things. Hello, here are my hands. Proof that I'm actually here. Okay, if you chose pile number 2 and you opted for the Tiger's Eye crystal, then this is your message. First, a quick note about Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye is in the quartz family, even if it doesn't look like a quartz. That's because there's other minerals within this stone. It's a mix of quartz and chalcedony or chalcedony. I don't know. Can I get a geologist to come in with some pronunciations here? I believe there's also iron within Tiger's Eye. So this is about your physical self and metals. Precious metals are conducive. They are heavy and they carry a density. So I think your message is going to have a lot of weight to it. Tiger's Eye also resonates with your power chakra. So this is your sense of power, your courage, your boldness. Use Tiger's Eye to help heal all of those things. It's also a wonderfully protective stone. So, Tiger's Eye. What does pile number 2 want us to know? Ooh, another reversal. Okay. Wow. Let me just move these down over here. Over here. Yes. Slightly farther down from the light. Okay, good. So let's talk about the Empress. I'm just going to unreverse her for a minute so that we could talk about her together. The Empress is typically a card of fertility. As you can see, this Empress right here is, in fact, represented by a pregnant woman. She often is, but not every time. It doesn't have to be a physical pregnancy, but it is about what you, as the creator, are gestating, what you are developing, and the time that it takes before it can survive outside of you. So, the Empress is beautiful, earthy fertility. She is the garden. She has everything she needs to be abundant, to offer up generosity, to share her sacred softness with the world. You can see she's physically in a garden here. It looks like either apples or pomegranates are growing. We see sheaves of wheat. So I would say these are pomegranates because Persephone and Demeter energy right here. And then again, we see these butterflies. There is a lot of butterflies in pile number 1. Butterflies. So we have earth energy. We have fire energy from all of this red. We have water energy. She's standing right before the lotus and this creek, 1 foot in the water, very much like the star card. And we have air energy. We have all 4 of the elements here. She also has a triskeles here. The triskeles is that 3-pronged Celtic symbol of protection. We also see the symbol for Venus here, Venus and femininity. Actually, excuse me. Yeah, that is a symbol of Venus. I know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I doubt myself too. Oh, and she's glowing. All of her chakras are activated. Yes. I also see here these little dragonflies. Dragonflies came up in pile number 1. Transformation energy. Okay, so what does it mean when the Empress is in reverse? When the Empress is in reverse, we actually want to pay more attention to what it is that we are wanting to develop, what it is that we are trying to create, right? Whoop, put that off camera. That's from earlier. What it is that we are desiring literally to give birth to, whether it's from our physical body. I mean, my darling pile number 2, it literally could be taken literally. If you are a person who is yearning for family, who is yearning to have a baby and is meeting up with conflict, obstacles, whether with your physical self or the world around us, that's entirely possible. However, if you are like, nope, absolutely not, that is not who I am, I do not resonate with that, just know, whoop, we lost, judgment dropped. It's okay, we're back. Let me move these more over here. It's okay to look at her symbolically. We gestate our creative solutions. We build our ideas. Literally, the Empress is about creative energy. So yes, that involves our physical and sexual selves, and it includes our cerebral selves, the wonderful world in our imagination, the words that we want to communicate with. That's what the butterflies represent. The emotions that we want to share and the clarity that we want to bring. The supple, earthy goodness that we want to bring together. Wheat is transformed to make bread. Fruits can be eaten directly or can be transformed into desserts, juices, purees. It can be added as an ingredient to other meals. All of this is saying that this is the process of taking whatever it is we want to create and doing something with it. So when she is blocked, it's telling me we are feeling like I can't do anything with my ideas. Or it's telling me someone has become an obstacle that I must overcome so that I can safely deliver on what I'm building. Or it could be my body has become my enemy, and I don't understand why. Everyone's body is different. They don't all work the same way. If you feel, oh, do you hear that? That was a horn honking. Toot, toot. If you feel like your body has become an obstacle for you, then this is your invitation. This is your invitation to learn as much as you can about the experiences your body is communicating with you. Even when our bodies are actively harming us, they are giving us messages about something. And it does require not just us to do the exploring, but for lining up with the right people who will explore with us. Lining up with the healers, the information keepers, and those who are willing to be present with ourselves. Okay. Let's move on to this second card here. The King of Swords. The King of Swords, this is a man of the word. He could be a man of his own word. He could be a teacher, a judge, a lawyer, but someone who deals with what words mean, the promises that we make, or learning to read between the lines. Learning is a huge part of Swords energy. Swords are always going to be air. They're always going to be communication. They're always going to involve our mental realm. Now this King of Swords has an incredible crown. Ooh, and I have a sneeze. Ooh, hold on. Excuse me. Ooh, a sneeze. What does that mean? I always take into consideration the responses that my body has when I'm doing a reading. Okay. This King of Swords sits on his icy mountaintop. He can be seen as a cold king because words matter to him. He's not here to be wishy-washy with feelings. He's here to say, this is what we put on paper. These are the promises that are meant to be kept, and I'm an expert at doing this. This is expert energy. This is someone who has studied, who is well-versed in what they are sharing. So I feel there's very much a seek outside sources when it comes to the Empress. If you are experiencing trouble with your body or trouble with your ideas or trouble with your business, you're encouraged to seek an expert. Decide you can have that, and the expert will line up with you. This King of Swords has his sword point down. This King of Swords is holding his fist on his knee. He is holding tension, but he's also holding his power. And he's reminding you, you can hold your tension too. Send off your messages. Literally, it could involve you making phone calls or writing an email, or, going so far as to write a physical letter. The power of our words on paper cannot be underestimated, please, and thank you. Okay? But these birds are in flight, so send off your messages, communicate with whatever experts you have access to, and see what they say. This king also has shin guards, so he's guarded in his movement. He's not going anywhere, it looks like. You might have to go to him. You might have to travel to this expert, okay? He's sitting, but look, he's wearing shoulder pads, but a soft, billowy poet's shirt. So there is some softness about this king. There is an ability to be gentle here. Are you strong enough to be gentle? Too many people mistake gentleness for weakness, and they're always wrong, because people who understand what they're offering with their gentleness knows what it took to develop that skill, how it feels to receive that skill. And so when a person offers you their gentleness, it is the greatest strength. And perhaps that is part of what you're learning here. Next up, we have Judgment. Judgment. XX, number 20. I mean, we have 2 X's here. There could literally be 2 X's in your life where it's over, it's done now, do not come back. Remember, this is a full moon reading. It's the 2nd full moon in May. Blue moons are special. They're special. And this particular blue moon in Sagittarius is very much about closing out what we do not want to come back in, about closing out what has shown us isn't strong enough to be in our world. So when you hear the trumpet sound, when you hear that finality, take a bow, allow it to be done, and perhaps even hold a funeral for it. These are calla lilies here. This is known as a funerary flower. So it's okay to mourn whatever might be lost. And now I'm wondering if there is a loss happening here, because this particular Judgment card has no other people on it. Traditionally, the Judgment card will show us people rising up from their graves, and that's something I will often cite, that you are being called up to rise up from your grave. But this one doesn't have that. This Judgment card is singing a song to our fallen heroes, our fallen selves. If you have a loved one who has passed, my heart goes out to you. And it could be that you are invited to visit them, to bring some type of presence to their grave site in whatever capacity makes sense to you. Those beyond, while not physically here anymore, are never truly lost to us. They're simply on another dimension, and we can always communicate with them in our mind's eye. If you look closely, this Judgment card has her eyes closed. And by the way, this is Archangel Gabriel here. Archangel Gabriel is often represented both as a man and as a woman. Canonically, Archangel Gabriel is both, in a hermaphroditic sense, in a non-binary sense, in whatever way makes sense to you. But canonically, Gabriel is both. So it could be the death of oneself and the birth of another. Perhaps you are reluctant to let this new version that you are becoming out. Let's pull some clarity cards, shall we? Can I have clarity for pile number 2, please? Pile number 2, clarity for pile number 2. Yes. Oh, here we go. We have here the Ace of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Four of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Both of these came out in pile number 1. So it could be that there's messages for you in pile number 1. If you feel called to that, go check it out. If not, don't worry about it. Let me just make some space. I'm going to put you guys like this. I'm going to move you up here, but I don't want to put you off camera. Yep. There we go. Okay. Let us discuss. First of all, the Ace of Swords is a new beginning. The new beginning and a new idea. This Ace of Swords is surrounded by roses and butterflies. Oh, I love this deck so much. This is the Crystal Visions Tarot, by the way. Crystal Visions Tarot. And this is telling me it's time to transform your ideas. If we look closely, oops, I went a little off camera there. If we look closely, there are vines beginning to grow around this sword. That tells me this sword has been here for a long time. I like to call the Ace of Swords the Excalibur card, because you've got to pull the sword out of the stone, or in this case, the thorns. Pull it out so that you can use it. These are your ideas. These are your ability to communicate. This is your clarity, your mental self, your mental realm. And again, we have here the butterflies. Butterflies, again, represent transformation. The butterfly goes from the ground-eating caterpillar into the airborne butterfly itself. And it is an intense journey. Let's not pretend it's only beautiful. It's intense, it's visceral, it's gritty. with the fact that we have here our winged sword, let your ideas take flight. Let your ideas be born outside of you in whatever way makes sense. Okay? The roses are beautiful, but they come with thorns. Embrace the thorns that are you. Thorns are not bad. Thorns protect the beauty of the plant so that it cannot be abused. All right? You cannot be abused. But that includes abusing ourselves. And too many of us were actually taught to do that. So beware, be mindful, and just remember you are worth it. You're worth it. All right, I know I'm covering up the little tiger's eye. Let me move it. Move tiger's eye. Great. Okay. Let's move on to the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is not in danger. The Hanged Man has put themselves here on purpose. Do you see the beautiful red ribbons? Yes, you do. The beautiful red ribbons on the legs of this Hanged Man. You know, this Hanged Man is very much like a trapeze artist, okay? And that means this is a skill. This is the ability to take a pause, to take a time out, to reflect on things literally from another perspective. That's the very literal definition of the Hanged Man. Now, this Hanged Man is in this beautiful forest with this mysterious light. So it could be what you are observing or what you need expert opinion on is something foggy and unclear to you. This Hanged Man is also obscuring their eyes. They are using their arm to perhaps wipe sweat, block the light, or block something they don't want to see. What is it that you don't want to see? What is it you don't want to end? What is it that you are wanting to find another way out of? Both their legs are bound here. So there's definitely an unwillingness to move forward with this Hanged Man. Hanged Man in general is not moving forward. It's a stagnant energy, but it's an intentional stagnant energy. This is about taking the time you require to observe, to reflect. Literally, we also see some mushroom buddies growing along the tree. So there's been time for growth. Time for growth. And then with our Judgment card, there we go. Oh, no, wait, I want to. Yes, you could see it clearly. Good. That's another timeout card right there. The Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is another intentional, you need to rest. You need to let these ideas rest. Maybe you need to let anxieties rest. I would say you definitely need to let anxieties rest with the Empress in reverse. Okay? Let the anxieties rest. Let yourself rest and recuperate. It's about physical rest as much as it is about mental rest. And with the Queen of Swords here, you've got counterparts. The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords are both in your reading. So very much, this is about what's going on in your mind, about your ruminations. And ruminating is when you think about something so much that it's having a toll on your physical self. The Queen of Swords has her boundaries in place. Unlike the King of Swords, her sword is upright. She is ready to wield it if she must. She's not afraid to. It's not her first choice, but do not be mistaken. She is armored up. She has armor on, but she's wanting to communicate before she has to do anything physical, okay? She wants to express what needs to be done, and you cannot cross her. So that means you cannot be crossed. You're in a much better place. Judgment is exciting, in my opinion. Okay? Take the time that you need, but know that something new is coming in. Something new. Now, I'm going to pull a card from the Spirit of the Animals Oracle, and we're going to see what the message for pile number 2 is from the Spirit Oracle. Okay, Spirit Oracle. Can we get an animal message for pile number 2? Can we get an animal message for pile number 2? Let's see. Who are you? The polar bear, mystic. Oh, how beautiful is that? A beautiful white bear. Okay. Let me just move that one up here so it stays in place. Wonderful. All right. Know that challenges make you stronger. Well, we were literally talking about this. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest. Guys, you cannot make this stuff up. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Again, that resonates with the Hanged Man and the Four of Swords. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. Okay, so let's bring this back to the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, because we were talking about this as mental energy, and birds are often spiritual messengers, right? All animals of flight, they're connected to the air realm. They're connected to communication. They're connected to our ability to communicate with other dimensions. And this card is encouraging you to do that, this full moon. We see here the polar bear. We also see here, tell me, is that a full moon with a face? Because I think it is. The man on the moon, anyone? And then we see a shamanic bear drawn here. Also, this looks like a dream catcher. We have the feathers, very much, again, in communion with the air. Dream catchers are known to filter what is coming through our mental realm, to hold on to anything that is harmful and not let it pass through, and only dreams with messages can get through to you. Now, if you're a person who is actually descended from any culture who uses a dream catcher, that could be another wonderful part to connect with. And if you're not descended from any cultures that use dream catchers, you are being called to connect with your dream self. I love dreams. Love them, love them, love them, love them, love them. They are messages, they hold symbolism, and each message is unique to the dreamer. That's you. Keep a dream journal. Or if you don't want to write things down, keep a voice note to yourself. If you feel okay sharing your dreams, join a dream group. Paint pictures of your dreams, but it's time to observe them and spend time with them. And that is going to assist in renewing your strength and facing your challenges. Oh, this is very exciting, 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 exciting. This has been your reading, pile number 2. Here you are. Oh, well, I don't want it to. Wait. There you go. There you go. And now, this has been your reading. That's my elbow. Thank you, pile number 2. I'm going to move on to pile number 3. Actually, excuse me, before I move on to pile number 3, I already cleared the other cards. But before I move on to pile number 3, I want to read to you from the actual booklet because there's additional messages in here. All right, so polar bear. And of course, if you would like to pause the reading, there you go, and read it yourself, here we are. The great and invincible polar bears of the far north are the largest hunters among land mammals. The males can weigh up to 1,500 pounds and are figures of fearless strength. There is not a stronger totem to help you survive the challenges of life. Polar bears are revered by native people for their ability to travel through the veil and gather treasures from beyond. Polar bear is one who carries the shaman to the land of spirit. Their stark environment helps to hone their psychic abilities. They listen to their intuition to find their way. Their incredible sense of smell helps them gather food and locate openings in the ice. Polar bears know the wisdom of long rests and the richness of solitude. Those with polar bear medicine are likely to have faced adversity and become stronger from it. If polar bear is your totem, you are fearless. You are psychic. You are resilient. You will be able to swim through the icy waters of life and be a strong survivor. You have thicker skin and do not let things bother you. If polar bear has just come into your life, know that your spirit helper has arrived. Call upon polar bear to create more adaptability, endurance, and fearlessness. Now, we did not get the contrary, but I will encourage you to read these additional meanings. Strength, adaptability, patience, endurance, survival, fearless, solitary, psychic, traveler, dreams, mysticism, spirit helper, shaman's ally. Pile number 2, it could be this is a new time that is solitary for you, that you are encouraged to take time out. But no, you are not truly alone, and call upon the polar bear for additional strength. Thank you. And now to pile number 3. Okay. Pile number 3. If you have chosen this amethyst, this is your pile. Amethyst connects to our crown chakra, connects to our psychic self, to our spiritual self, to the parts beyond our body. This is our spiritual essence, our higher selves, who we yearn to be. Amethyst is also a stone of sobriety. It is linked to lore when it comes to Dionysus. If you're unfamiliar with Dionysus, that is the Greek god of wine and madness. And the story goes that he was in love with a nymph and she was not interested in him. And so she prayed to the gods to get away from Dionysus. The gods were like, I got you, fam, and turned her to stone. Whether or not that was what she wanted, she could not be taken by Dionysus this way. And Dionysus, in his grief, cried tears of wine that stained the stone purple. So this is a stone that's meant to keep you safe from wine and madness. This is a stone that is meant to spiritually evolve you. And drunkenness is more than just a substance. Drunkenness is when we lose our stability, when we lose our clarity, when we are literally desensitized to an experience. So this is a stone that's meant to ward off drunkenness in any capacity. Let's move on. What does pile number 3 want you to know? We have the 7 of Cups, we have the 5 of Cups, and we have the World reversed. Okay, let's discuss. The 7 of Cups is a card of fantasy. As you can see, she's riding a dragon, but her eyes are closed. So she's feeling the ride. She's having the sensory experience of being on a dragon, of being surrounded by rainbows. And the dragon has snatched 3 cups. There's 2 more down here. 1 is being offered here, but she cannot see any of these cups, can she? No, she can't see these cups because she is not looking. The 7 of Cups is here to tell us that we might have a lot of options, but if we don't actually pick one of those options, then we actually lose out on all of them. And the 7 of Cups is also here to tell us that we don't want to pick because we are afraid to follow the path of one is to lose access to the rest. But to pick none of them is also to lose access to the rest. So when the 7 of Cups comes up, I have to ask my audience, what is it that you are hoping for? What are your fantasies? These can be dream goals. These could be sexual goals. This could be romantic goals. This could be physically moving somewhere or the amount of money you're coming in. Whatever the fantasies are, you must open your eyes and select from what your options actually are, so that you can move forward in real time, in your real world, with your real body and your real self. Now I see the 5 of Cups here. The 5 of Cups is a card of conflict. The 5s are always a card of conflict. And the Five of Cups is telling me that there's been a loss. This is a weepy mermaid. So I would say you're deep in your feelings right now. You're deep in your feelings. And look, her eyes are closed too. Her eyes are closed, and so she cannot see that there are these beautiful offerings trying to come in. Literally saying, hello, I've shown up for you. Please take advantage of me. Hello, I'd love to share this bounty with you. She can't see it because her eyes are closed to it. There are these 3 cups in the water over here. These cups have drowned. There's nothing in these cups. Yes, they have water in them, but they're spilled. She is a mermaid. She does not lack for water. It's not water that she seeks. This is about being so focused on what is gone, on what we've lost, that we literally cannot see the opportunities in front of our eyes. And once again, you're being encouraged to open your eyes. Open your eyes. Now we have the World card in reverse here. Let me just unreverse it for a minute so we could look at it together. All right, the World card is about closing out old cycles. It's the completion of a chapter in your life that is time to turn the page so that the next storyline can begin, so that the reader can follow through on what is next for our favorite character here. Now, there's this gorgeous lotus, and if you look closely, there's lotuses on these cards as well. She's sitting on the world. I'm on top of the world. And she's meditating. Butterflies are flowing from her fingertips. This particular world card is about manifesting the world you wish to live in. This is about, I would say the world is your oyster when the card is upright. But we've pulled it in reverse. And I do take reversals. When I see the world in reverse, this is telling me again to pay extra attention, to question what is going on in our world. And look, her eyes are closed too. First of all, you're very much being called to meditate. And meditation, let's talk about this for a second, because meditation doesn't have to be sitting completely still with your eyes closed. Now, if that works for you, that's great. But if that doesn't work for you, there's other ways to do it. What meditation comes down to is quieting the mind. And when we quiet our minds, we give space for other things to come in. And in our very busy and very noisy modern day world, the ability to allow space for quiet is very challenged. It is intentionally challenged. One could say that noise is designed to keep us distracted, to keep us frustrated, to keep us busy, so that we never make space for ourselves. So the World card is asking you, please make space for yourself in your world. Because if you don't make space for yourself in your world, you are telling other people they don't have to make space for you in your world either. And people will take advantage of that. People have proven that they are willing to take advantage of that. So let's pull some clarity cards here. I just want to send some love out to pile number 3. I feel like there's a lot of grieving happening in this pile. It's very interesting. I feel like all the piles are letting go of something, are facing challenges, there's like a mourning. There's a sadness to all of these, but it's not a harmful sadness. It's a sadness that's asking us to honor it by acknowledging it. So, can I get some clarity cards for pile number 2? Some clarity cards for pile number 2. All right, you're sticking up. Ooh, there's 3. Okay, good. Let's see, clarity. Oh, the Hanged Man again. Oh my goodness gracious. Guys. All 3 of these were in pile number 2. So if you feel called to pile number 2, I would recommend. If you don't feel called to pile number 2, I would still recommend. I can't believe they came out exactly like that. I shuffled. I think you could hear them shuffling off camera. And this card came out in piles 1, 2, and 3. So literally all my piles are encouraged to rest more. This is literally a physical card of rest. This is literally saying, like, your body needs relaxation. It needs more than just sleep. It needs your ability to release tension, to not just inhale, but to exhale, okay? The exhale is more important than the inhale. All right, so when it comes to the Seven of Cups, your clarity card is the Hanged Man. That's saying before you pick and choose, change your perspective on what you're looking at. The Hanged Man is someone who has put themselves up here on purpose. They are intentionally suspended. Let me grab water. Interesting. I got choked up at the word suspended. Okay. Tell me, viewer, do you have fears about pauses, suspension, heights? There is a measure of heights here. This Hanged Man is dangling before a path. There's a path to take here. And before you take it, consider all your options. Consider all your options. Oh man, the World card moved when I said that. Literally, consider your options and the world will move for you, okay? When you are ready, when you have considered all of your options and you're ready to come down from your self-suspension, from your self-pause, that is when it's time to pull the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a new beginning. It's a new idea. It's something you haven't tried yet. So give it a whirl. Experience what this Ace of Swords has to offer you. This Ace of Swords has wings. This Ace of Swords is about our ability to communicate. And again, I'd like to point out thorns have grown around this Ace of Swords, but it's not trapping the Ace of Swords. You can easily wield this. You have the power, in the words of He-Man. There's transformation here, and there is intention. There is necessity for you to, like Excalibur, pull the sword from the stone and pull yourself out of the grief. You can hold on to your experiences without holding yourself hostage, okay? And when it comes to moving forward in the world, you have to let something rest first. You literally are being asked to let anxieties rest, to lay down your sword. Look, she's still holding one. One sword remains upright. One sword is protecting her. So whatever protects you, that you can keep, and let the others go. Let the others fall by the wayside. Let the roses pool around you, and only keep what is beneficial for you. Whew, pile number 3. What is going on? Let's see. I actually want to pull you some more cards before we go to the Oracle cards. I have another tarot deck here. This is the the Archangel Power tarot cards. So these are angels. Look, justice is on the other side. Whatever this is, there will be justice. Let's get an angel to clarify, since there's so much pause here. There's so much holding. There is a lot coming through. So can I get an Archangel message for pile number 3, please? For pile number 3. Ooh, for pile number 3. Oh, they fell off camera. Hold on. I'm going to take the top one. Oh my goodness. The High Priestess, Hanael. Okay, you want to see something special? Just kidding. I know you do. Hold on one second. I'm laughing because I, your reader, have plenty of personal cards, and I have other angel tarot decks. I'm an air sign. I was born on a feast day of angels. So this Hanael Archangel card literally came out for me twice yesterday. There she is again. So Hanael is coming through strong. So since she was looking at me when I pulled this one, I wanted to show you. All right, let me just put that one off camera. We're not using that one today. The High Priestess is a card of intuition, and it's also a card of pause. The High Priestess in this deck came out in pile number 1. It feels like all 3 piles could literally be connected. This says powerful psychic insights, reflection, and meditation that provides valuable information and be at peace. So it's very important for you to find peace, make peace with something, and create peace for yourself, okay? The High Priestess is always saying you must go within. You must be willing to confront what's inside of you. And when you do, this pathway will open up. I'm going to also read from the deck here. I love the High Priestess card. And if you want to read from it, here you go. You can pause it here. The answers you seek are within you. They cannot be found through intellect, but instead are a product of your deepest feelings. Emotional situations provide great insight right now. Intuition and psychic messages should be treated seriously and with great respect, as they can be relied upon with confidence. Your dreams at night may also hold keys to understanding what actions to next take. There may be aspects of your situation that you're unaware of, but Archangel Hanael can provide you with enlightenment and answers you're searching for. This is not a time of action, but of reflection and meditation. Have faith that events will unfold perfectly and that you will know when to move forward. Remain patient and be at peace, knowing that your inner guidance will not fail you. So, the power of your subconscious, the willingness to forgive, spiritual awakening, and patience. The mystery and awe of the universe. And keeping the confidences of others. You know, it's interesting. I don't really see others in this card. Every single person is a solo person. But Hanael herself is a beautiful and mystical archangel who can help you understand the mysteries of life. Her name means the grace of God. And we were talking about bringing peace to yourself. Give yourself grace as well. As such, she's seen by many as having a goddess-like appearance. Hanael helps those who have embarked on an inner search for meaning and answers in their lives. She's loving and wise spiritual guide who can assist you in developing your intuition and psychic abilities. It feels very much like this full moon coming up is a deeply psychic full moon. I say that because of our previous 2 animal messengers. So I'm going to pull you one Spirit of the Animal Oracle card. And the other 2 were about going deep. So I'm sure this is going to resonate as well. Pile 3. Can we please, Spirit of the Animal Oracles, get a card for pile number 3? I see a few sticking out. Okay, I think you're sticking out the most. Ah! Butterfly. Rebirth. Rebirth. You can reinvent yourself. Open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. Okay, definitely go back to check out pile number 1 if you have not, because we talked about the butterfly in depth in pile number 1. A brief overview. Please remember literal transformation, because the butterfly is born an earth dweller and it crawls and it is hungry and it must feed to have enough energy to build a new cocoon, a new suspended self, to take time out before transformation. And the transformation, yes, it's beautiful, but it is dark. It's literally in a cocoon. It has no access to light. It's dissolving what it used to be. It is emerging, and it has to struggle out of the cocoon, literally, so that the blood flow will stimulate its wings so that it can take flight. That means the struggle you are going through is stimulating your ability to survive this next chapter in your life. There is a guidebook to it, so I'm going to pull that out for our additional meanings. B for butterfly. Let's see. What do we got? 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 I've gone too far. Bee, bison, butterfly. And if you'd like to pause it so you could read it, here you go. If butterfly has fluttered into your awareness, know that change is in the air. If you see butterfly in your garden, expect new opportunities for prosperity and friendship. Butterflies bring beauty and color to life, but it doesn't always start that way. Butterfly asks us to be patient with ourselves and to consider life's chapters. Oh my gosh, they're literally using words I used, which are caterpillar, cocoon, emerging, and flight. For butterfly people, the stages of beginning, struggle, birthing, and completion must be viewed as one cycle of experience. This is butterfly's law of progression. Relate this law to your daily activities and have faith in your future. Results will show in time. Butterfly people, remember that change is good. A new day will soon be birthed, and that endings are also a beginning. If butterfly is your totem, you have grace, eloquence, and understanding. Everyone is blessed by your beauty and indomitable faith in goodness. You love the garden, and flowers are your friends. You understand that happiness is found in simple things. Know that you were born to fly, and that you will have many glorious days in the sun. Now, we didn't get the contrary, so I'm not going to read that, but I will point out up here, new beginnings, higher planes, rebirth, transformation, prosperity, personal growth, bliss, love, grace. So, let's see. Yes, put this here so that you can see all of your cards. All of your cards. Pile number 3. This has been your reading. Here you are. And in fact, hold on. I'm even going to bring the other Hanael card out here because I showed it to you. Hanael is speaking with you. If you've never worked with archangels, I recommend looking her up, looking for ways to work with her to help her reawaken your passions. But the point is reawakening, transformation. Oh my gosh, and look at all of the purple energy you have here. Literally, not just purple energy, but this was the amethyst. So this is very much about working with your crown chakra, chakra, your spiritual self, your psychic abilities, your thought realm beyond your physical body, and taking the time it takes to reach new heights. Again, this 7 of Cups is reaching new heights and flying above the physical ground, okay? But that's only going to come after you allow yourself not just respite, but peace and grace within yourself. So thank you so much, pile number 3. This has been your reading. I hope you enjoyed. I hope these cards resonated. And good luck during this blue full moon. Bye-bye.